my God, it worked. Did it work? I think it worked. I hope it worked. I hope it worked. It's here. I'm ready to cry. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm ready to faint because it worked. Okay, let me just get my bearings here. Hello everybody, all you beautiful people. Woo! Hello, hello, hello. Alternative Health Tarot, woo! Thank you for the advice on the Lilith. Larry Girl, Barbara, Caroline, Martine, Annie. Hi Sharon, Barbara. Hi Annie. Hi Shirley. Jeanette, Jima, Marjorie. Llama. 2535. Hi everyone, how are you? It's actually working. Yeah, Larry Girl, I'm like shocked. I'm like afraid if I move, it's not going to work. So, let me just make sure we're good here. So this moon is not going to go direct for a couple of minutes still. I hope that, let's see, I feel like I need more. I can't believe it worked. It's still working. Okay. Like, my brain just wants to explode because it worked. Like, I've lost all train of thought because it works. Okay. Okay. Let me get something to drink. I hope you have paper and pencil. It is really hard trying to prioritize these wishes. But I think I got the basic core. So, woo! We're here. We're here. Hi, cat. Ah, yes. Paper, pencil, paper, pencil. No fooling around. No foolery the first 15, 20 minutes, okay? Then you guys can go to your little nonsense in the back of the classroom, okay? So what time is it here? Okay, I'm watching the moon. So we had this new moon. We had this new moon about an hour and a half ago. And because it was right at 28 degrees, those are like the very last planets. So as soon as we had this new moon, the moon went void of course. So there's no wishing power or setting intentions when the moon is void of course because it's not tethered to anything. So you don't write wishes then because they don't really work. You can think about them. So right when the moon does go direct, that's the most potent time. And this moon now is going to be in Leo, which the sun in Cancer, USA sun is in Cancer. The moon will be moving into Leo. The sun will move into Leo in about 3 days. And when that does, oh my gosh, it's going to hit our wishes that we're going to write right away. But overall, it's going to make an angle to the first day of summer and that new moon eclipse we had right on that first day of summer. It's also going to activate the eclipse from January. I keep getting these, but you know, the one in January 2019, the monster blood red moon lunar eclipse. It's going to activate that, and then it's going to activate the eclipses from last summer because for the first one, I think Mercury was at 0 degrees Leo, and then the second one, Mars was at 0 degrees Leo, but things are going to get moving really quickly, okay? How's our time? 3 minutes until go. That's what I have. Let me check. Yes. The moon is at 29 degrees Cancer, 54 minutes. So I really appreciate all the feedback you guys have provided so far on that long video I did about why this new moon is so important, because it touches so much on our history and our ancestors and John Lewis's life's work. He, I truly believe, was the messenger from that 14th Amendment and carrying our civil rights forward for our next generation, our next Saturn, Pluto, our next restructuring of government. To get us to this point, him passing away right before this new moon, the timing is so elegant. I don't have words to describe. I can only be in sheer gratitude to him and his brilliance in spirit that surrounds him. I mean, perfection. Exactly the person and the moment we needed right now. Because, yes, this has been ugly and horrible. Big picture, USA is hitting her Pluto return next year. Donald, the silver lining is he's kind of a gift in that he's making us get our stuff done ahead of time. Because could you imagine everything we've been through the past 4 years and suddenly getting slammed with it next year? Out of the blue, not being informed about Russia's war, propaganda, all this stuff. We wouldn't have the wherewithal or perspective to get a handle on what we needed to do to plant firmly what we need to transform, because we would just get washed away. There's a reason why democracies don't essentially survive more than 300 years, and I swear it's because of Pluto, the Pluto return. Churns so much up. A lot of people are saying this is the end of democracy. I think we're in the transformational stages of it. I always am looking forward to the American Renaissance 2.0. Is it time yet? Is it time? Is it time? Almost. What do I have here? Thank you, Coco. Peace to you, too. Peace be with you. You guys, I am not Catholic, but this is kind of a funny story. You know how the Catholic, when you go to church, I would always go with my friends in college to church. There's this beautiful church in the city where I post-college. But I always go to service because it was a really nice place to go meet some, young men in the neighborhood, in a well-to-do community. And whenever they do peace be with you, my friend did that to me, and I was like, okay. I didn't say peace be with you back, but just, okay. So yeah, peace be with all of you. Okay, and I just said that because of Coco. Okay, do I see all of you? Okay, I'm waiting for this moon to go direct so that we can write our wishes. We are really, really, really close. In fact, we might be, let me double check here. Could you feel how the air was calming down and very gentle and calm and quiet and peaceful? We've felt that before. That is the gentleness right before the new moon. And where are we? I feel like where are the transits? I feel like we are, but my thing is saying we're not. Just a minute. Can you guys feel that kind of buzzing through your body? I can feel it. I can definitely feel something rattling through. Watch your heart this month. Oh, nope, we still are not. Not quite there yet. Not quite there. Not quite there. So we need to look at USA chart. Where did I put it? I have so many charts here. As you guys know, we are in this brutal T-square with the Saturn-Pluto conjunction with all these planets. Cancer, Capricorn opposing each other. The relief is that this year, the North Node now is in Gemini and Sagittarius, so we're seeing more of the craziness with our communications, our neighborhoods, and the rule of law. We're not seeing what we saw last year in the total oppression, terrifyingness that was going on last summer. Right now, the Mars is here in USA chart in the 4th house. Cancer is the natural ruler of this house. So Mars, the warrior, is stirring things up in our area of home, clan, family, our defenses. So Mars and Aries, our country, our gravitational pull is freedom, settling the West, being out on the frontier. This is how we were founded. That's the spirit of our ancestors, is being brought to life. And here it's in conflict with our sun, and it's in conflict with the change in government as well. It's a battle. But we have Mars there willing us to fight back, not roll over, see things for what they are. And the quest opposite us is the balance of justice. Now, Mars right now is 12 degrees Aries. It is coming into a full, tight opposition with Saturn. Mars-Saturn oppositions can be very difficult. We have USA Sun there, and this is going to be a really difficult week, but we have Mars energizing us for a while. So it's about prioritizing what's important. How are we doing? Are we there yet? Almost. So a lot is going to hinge on Mars, how we as citizens are actioned and defending ourselves and supporting one another, not fighting with each other, supporting and fighting for all. It's about courage to weed out those committing war, treason, traitors against the United States, calling that out. And here we have USA's Chiron, the wound that she has to heal, is also in square to these eclipses. Actually, this Chiron is in square to the January 10th full moon eclipse. We are going to be forced to deal with our deepest pains. We, the people, have to heal this. It's not going to come from anybody else. Not a single leader. A leader will help us, but we, the people, our ancestors, this is the thing that needs healing. Almost there. This was a thing I forgot to add about the divine feminine. This is for you, T-Barb. So those of you who were with me last November, I think around the 19th, 18th, we had the Venus-Jupiter conjunction at the galactic center. Just trust me when I say this is once in 12 years, and it was the ushering in of the divine feminine, and again, a change in how the divine feminine is here, making judgments, giving faith, sorting out our philosophy for the whole. The reason why the divine feminine is making her presence again is because in the 14th Amendment, we're back to citizenship. The 14th Amendment is what granted free slaves citizenship. This was a chart. I talked about it in the prior video at length. The solar arc direction for that 14th Amendment, guess what? As that chart has aged over time, the 14th Amendment, Venus, that of love for one another. Oh my gosh. This new moon is touching Cancer 28 degrees. That is where Venus is for the 14th Amendment. It was retrograde. What are our values going to be for all? For freed slave, for justice, for equality. The solar arc has her Venus here at 27 degrees Sagittarius, the galactic center. I can't even describe to you what kind of help and support that we have going on, going forward, in love for one another, love for home, and defending all. We're going to be challenged. The other thing is that this 14th Amendment has Mars at 5 degrees Gemini at the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, also in the 9th house, or we had Mars at 6 degrees Sagittarius. They're in exact opposition. So this 14th Amendment finally gets to fight itself with the restructuring of power and government. The divine feminine is here, you guys. Let me check. Okay, I have one that says we are here and one that says we are not. It's time. Where's your paper and pencil, you guys? Get that. I'm going to write this with you. I'm going to do my best to prioritize, but we're shifting gears right now. We are taking advantage of this new moon energy because your most powerful focus is when you have paper and pencil, paper and pen, and you're writing out an intention. So I need to tear this off because I need to do some writing. I'm going to guide us. You do not have to do word for word. If there's something that doesn't quite resonate with you, write it the way it works, where you feel the draw and pull of your desires. Ooh, wow. Do you guys feel that? Do you feel that? Oh my gosh, I feel it. I feel it. So let me get over here with all of you. Okay. Yes, and well. Okay. What? Now here you guys all are. Okay. Are you ready? The first one. Where's my list? I have 2 different sources that are saying different things. Ah. Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me double check something. I'm going to check my 3rd source on this. Ingress to Leo. 4:16 Eastern. That's the number I keep getting too. 3:16. Yeah, we're there. We're there. Okay. Where are you? Okay. So, oh yeah, like it now. Okay. What do I have here? See, I want courage in spades for all USA citizens and allies to defend and protect USA and her Constitution. I want USA and citizens to easily release fears of one another and of this administration, and to be filled up with faith, USA principles, and ideals about democracy, and to stand up with courage and peace in defense of USA. And I don't mean that in a conflicting way, in a hostile, aggressive way, but just in a way that from the core, we stand up taller because we remember. Does it make sense? I want to invite the divine feminine, all that is, our USA ancestors, to support and defend us all at home, in our communities, with our government, daily. I want to see the defense of and courage to attack COVID-19 and release it completely. I want to see public servants filled with courage and faith to do the right thing in defense against COVID and to boost PPE frontline workers and clear, workable plans. I want USA elections totally secure, totally impervious to outside hacking, aggression, and changing of data and vote counts. I want USA military and her allies totally protected from hostile enemies within and without. I want the Russia out. I want the China out. I want the North Korea, Iran, Saudis out of our sovereignty. I want the U.S. of A united against this tyranny, strong and a force of good. The new moon in Cancer is also about security. So I want USA electrical grid, intelligence, cyber, natural resources, reinforced, protected, and able to aggressively defend herself. I want the USA economy totally secure and protected. I want this false economy boosting Donald to end. That might cause a lot of pain, but the economy is being falsely boosted by his allies. I want our economy to have strong, secure safety nets in place when he leaves. Countermeasures to his secret. And you know he's just going to exploit this. To a secret destruction of USA economy and wealth. He has said several times to the effect that, like, the economy wouldn't be doing so strong if it wasn't for me. If I'm not in office, the economy is going to collapse. We need to counter that. I want our media, fourth estate, to totally and completely drop Russia's propaganda, stop reporting false equivalencies, And what about ism? I want USA totally secured because a free press is doing its job for the people. I want USA to drop the pretenders in the administration who are hurting USA. USA I want a secure America without Bill Barr, HHS acting Ken, Steve Miller, Ivanka, Jared, Donald, gone. I want, oh, I like this. This is what I want. I want USA. This is the one thing we never talk about. Before Barack Obama left, he started an investigation into Russia interference. He said he wanted this done by the letter of the law. That investigation continues. I want President Barack Obama's investigations regarding Russia interference totally protected. I want the investigation to continue securely, and all materials released and all crimes committed held accountable. I want Trump's taxes securely released to USA agencies and citizens. I want the unredacted Mueller report published everywhere soon. I want the threat by social media the aggression against democracy, the war of propaganda against USA allies to end now. I want the ERA, 14th Amendment, Civil Rights Act, Voting Rights Act restored, ratified in full. I want equal protections for all and a justice system that enforces this. I want all judges, courts secure, all protected and safe from hostile enemies. Okay, you guys get where we're going here. You have wishing time for this Cancer new moon. You've got it strong for the next couple of days. For those of you who have your sun sign in Cancer, you've got more wishing power because we are coming off a lot of energies. I really would encourage you to continue writing similar wishes. It all has to do with security, protection, nurturance, our heritage, our clan, our roots, who we are, and that we're all in this together, supporting one another and being filled up with courage and endurance, and a reinforced democracy. So Cancer also rules home and the digestive system. So personally, you are going to want to write wishes like, I want my home and assets totally secure and safe. And assets and family. I want a healthy digestive tract and guidance and the right guidance to support and reinforce my digestive fire. How are we doing? Oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I write really fast. You should have seen me in college taking notes. I started taking notes in college because I was in high school because I was so bored. I just decided to write every single word they said so I wouldn't be bored and fall asleep. Kind of worked out. Okay. Thank you, Rose, so much. Thank you. Yes, Rose, please watch later. This is as is. I think you get this. You'll be able to figure this out. Mo Mud Cricket says, I wrote most of her stuff last night to get ready. I love this idea because the more pre-paving you can do, the more you reflect on it, you get even that much more ability to just easily jump in instead of using your time pondering during powerful new moon energy, that you're active right away. Because personally, I don't want to create more pondering and wondering in the new moon because your energy is everything. Okay. Okay. So those of you who are writing the wishes, the reason why I do this, new moon wishes, this is the most like ancient secret, even amongst farmers. They knew that when they planted their seeds for their new crops at their new moon, which by the way, if you have seeds, go plant them today. I have mine waiting. That their crops grew the best and were the most, why is this? This is vibrating, why? Their crops were their most abundant and prolific when they would plant under the new moon. So when the sun and the moon are aligned, this is why we can't see the moon, because the moon is right in front of the sun. You can't see it. So the sun, being the center of our solar system, its warmth and radiance is what gives life. When the moon comes back to the sun and they align and they have their paths that go across Earth's crust, as do the other planets, the moon, the thing that stabilizes our planet, takes that new energy around the globe for the next lunation and plants those seeds and fosters development of them. Now, some wishes take years and years and years and years to complete. For example, me moving into this home, I had to wait until it was the right time. Some things happen very quickly, and you'll start noticing that in your day-to-day life after we do these new moon wishes. When we do our new moon wishes around the quarter moon in about a week is a crisis point. Are you going to go or are you going to give up? It gives enough tension for you to reinforce the next part that has to grow with your intention. When we get to the full moon, that's like the culmination. That's the revelation. That's the climax. It reveals to you the essence of what you've intended, or you might manifest completely at the full moon. As the full moon fades, we hit another crisis point at the third quarter moon, which gives us more information. And by the time we get closer to the new moon, we know what we have to weed out, so to speak, as we proceed again. So it's a very predictable pattern that happens all the time. This one for our country was just of such significance. Coco, write it in normal English. I know, you have to write it in the words that work for you. You get the gist of what I'm talking about, and you get the most important points that we're needing as a nation. I am going to move on now and do our horoscope so that this new moon and John Lewis, dear John Lewis, can tell us what we need to know with this new moon and what's happening. And it might give us clues and more things we might want to concentrate on. So, how are you guys doing? How are you doing? Let me check and see what you guys are doing. Yeah, Sharon Lee. Talking all about the new moon wishes. You guys can catch up when this is done. Aw, thank you, T-Parv. Okay, so let's move on to the horoscope. Sharon, I see that you're late to the live stream. It's okay. Timing is everything. We're just writing our new moon wishes. It has everything to do with the defense of the country, our security, how we nurture and protect ourselves, and, you know, fighting for our democracy is what we are, where we're really at. Oh, yes, Coco. This is the time to write your senator, your members of Congress. Write them today because you have so much power from what you're asking for right now. This is a perfect time. Fax your senator. Your intention will be heard. If you did it yesterday during a balsamic moon, maybe not so much. Your power is right now. This is the time to be writing our members of Congress. Excellent. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yes, Sharon, everything's in 4. Okay, so, whoops. You guys, something is up because now even my astrology cards have been flying everywhere lately. I try to do something. So let's see what's going on. So, So this new moon in Cancer, we have Libra 28 on the ascendant. At the last quarter moon, Libra 28 was on the midheaven. What has happened in this past week in the skies for everyone to see what's been happening with the scales of justice? It's been rained down upon unfairly on citizens. Now, that point that we're so pissed off about is on the ascendant in Washington, D.C. The thing that's giving them life is related to that. On the midheaven, 2 degrees Leo is a fixed sign. We have 2 degrees Aquarius at the base of the chart. So the things that are going to be happening in Washington, D.C. are going to be things that are unexpected related to Donald. The sun and the moon are in the 9th house over here. Putin's house, lands far away. Whatever Donald is doing over there, it is intercepted. There's no wiggle room. Mercury is there. His kids, documents, agreements, contracts, in opposition here with the government. So I just see more obstruction. But the good news is we have this north node, the ecliptic from the eclipse, is sitting right on the cusp, right on the door of the 8th and 9th house. The 8th house being shared resources, his tax returns, money, and lands far away. The positioning of this north node, which is related to the moon, what it does, it opens up all the doorways for all the houses. So anything can come in from anywhere related to this. He can't get control of that. He's trying to keep this stuff under wraps, as is the government. But this north node, Gemini 28, is really opening a lot of things up. And it's in beautiful trine to the ascendant. So, Mars in Aries is in the 6th house of public servants. We're going to see public servants, Congress, people in government being more aggressive on what they're doing and in conflict of what Donald is doing. We've got the wound to be healed. We have the Lilith here. They're really having the screws put to them about what the F are you guys doing? Okay. So let's see, in the 5th house of the sun, Donald, we have Neptune here, more disillusionment, more confusion, blah, 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 blah. More of that from him. So let's see what's going to happen here, astrology. Hi. What's going on? Sandra Nevins is wondering, whoops. Sandra Nevins is wondering, where should we put our written out new moon wishes? Okay, well, Sandra, what I do is I keep them in journals, and then I just put them away. I don't reread them until many years later. I'm not a fan of rereading wishes like within the year because you can really disrupt your creations. You can keep them. You can go burn them if you, whatever you want to do is up to you. But they are a very powerful point of attention. So wherever you feel like they need to be honored or kept, that is totally up to you. I am looking for, the selenite. I think I'm going to go put on top of my new moon wishes to protect them and keep them clear of crap. Okay, any more? Oh my gosh, see, I told you I'm dropping these everywhere. Okay, how are we? Okay. We're good. Okay. Over Washington, D.C., this new moon in Cancer, the first house of identity, air element communicating. So I find that this air element communicating, it oftentimes seems to be more like a plan that's been established between Donald, Putin, the Saudis, Xi. So we have the air element. Whoops. Area of secrets. Here we go, water element. They are setting something up again. Okay, so the first time, remember, it freaked me out. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on, you guys. There's just all these elements. These houses are not communicating. Well, that was the week that George Floyd passed away, and there were all these ops trying to make protesters look like violent thugs and having riots. I imagine they're planning more for that because now we have Libra 28 here, the scales of justice. Hopes, wishes, friends. Over Washington, D.C., we have Pluto transformation. So that's interesting. I've never really seen it up here. In this sector. Six Wands mob, what are they hoping to transform? That was over here last time. It's crowning Washington, D.C. The sixth house routine, that has to do with investigations and public servants. Things are normal. Things are fine. Ninth house lands far away. Faith. Putin's house, Grand Cross. He's provoking. He's the one that's going to be provoking whatever crap is coming out of the White House. Grand Cross, provoker. Eighth house, shared resources. What do we have? Aquarius. The shared resources, now they know there's going to be something shocking, revolutionary information that's going to rock under the feet of DC. Seventh house, we the people, partnerships. The South Node, life's debts. Donald owes someone something. Wrong direction. So that's something from the full moon. Sixth house, public servants, our military. Oh, crap. Black moon, Lilith, and mystery. This was the op related to George Floyd. Also, protesters in Michigan against Governor Whitmer. These are the public servants. Fifth house of the sun. Oh God, don't you wish? Eighth house of beginnings and endings, that we're done with you, Don Holio. Eighth house. Begin, end. Fourth house, USA defenses. Home, security. Capricorn, I do not like this. Someone is getting used, abused, exploited for gain, usually from the government, and it's at the expense of somebody. Third house, communications. Leo, I will. That's Don Holio saying, I'm going to do this. Or it's Putin saying, I'm going to do this. Second house, income gains values. The North Node, life's purpose. Now that is interesting. life's purpose, values, income, and gains. That's on the right track. That is interesting. What's on the ascendant? Fire desire. So that is Donald. He is really fired up. I think he is really scared. We've got the elements here who are kind of protecting him. So that's that. Put these over here. Okay. And let's see what the tarot says. How are you guys doing? Ooh, yeah, Janet, maybe it is G-string. Gislaine. Hi, Shaneland. Bridget, you can go back and listen to the wishes. It is everything to do with the defense of USA, how we're protected, especially like our military, our elections, all of us together. I've missed you, Deb. Yeah. Okay, so tarot. We need to see the most important parts of what's happening. This new moon in Cancer. I mean, this is really, 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 really important. What has to be reversed? What else has to be reversed? Okay. First house of identity. Page of Swords, a spy. Who was this just recently? Secret. Most important secret. This water element, obstruction, that is Russia's government. Or Donald's pals. Hidden enemy. Putin. And Bill Barr. Eleventh house, hopes, wishes. What are you wishing to transform? The Russia-China narrative. It's crowning Washington, D.C. Justice. Interesting. Ninth house, lands far away. Putin. Oh. The mercenary overturned. I mean, that could be bounties overturned. It could also be a delay of tax documents. This is not a good money support thing. Eighth house, shared resources. This is Two of Pentacles. Not only it is a keeping balance, but it's like the transmission of data and money. Saying one thing, then another. Oh. So this is the Trump campaign turned on its head. South Node, life's debts. The Trump campaign has some debts that they're dealing with. They fired part scale. I thought that was kind of propaganda-y, but I will tell you, past couple months, he seems to have been kind of a little bit more cooperative with Nancy and the government than I would usually suspect. But something is definitely going on there. So this sixth house, public servants, Chow, DeVos, oligarchs, comfort and security, they are getting pressed. Fifth house of the sun, Page of Wands, news from abroad. Maybe with elections, maybe with year-round runners, but it has to do with money and balancing that money and information. What are they using? What's being used here? Whoops, in DC. Theft. Theft of intelligence. Theft of elections. Theft of everything. Theft. The government. Thievery. Third house communications. The Knight of Wands, Donald's minions taking action. Could be his administration. It'd be nice if it was the FBI. Second house, income gains. We have North Node, life's purpose. What's going on here? Oh, okay. We will say the Hermit. Investigations going forward. On the Ascendant, we have the Eight of Swords, jail, Jelaine, G-string, Donald's opponents. Oh, the Ace of Swords, the truth, but that is also a lot of times I see as an op against the voter, psyops, and here we have judgment. So we'll see what happens with this. Okay, I want to throw a Taroscope. Divine Feminine, we are going to give you the Crow Tarot. Ooh, the High Priestess. How are you guys doing? Hi, Keisha. Haven't seen you in a while. Oh, is it much better? That's good to hear. Maybe I'm working out the kinks, T-Barb. Yes, we always appreciate prayers. Hi, Steve. Hi, Kathy. I know, I love the Crow Tarot as well. I just feel like I look at crows so much. I mean, they're everywhere. They're around the world, and they just do their thing. They see everything. So Divine Feminine, help us out here. We want to know where your focus is. How do we align with you with our new moon wishes and what's happening in Washington, D.C. in our country? What do we need to know? What do I need to reverse? Hello. Okay, here we go. Yes, Larry Girl saying, yes, please watch the replay. We've got the wishes down. We've done them collectively to hopefully give us more oomph. Three of Pentacles just fell out. Secret talks, secret money, dark money. Divine Feminine is working on those. Okay, Divine Feminine. Ooh. Who are you? Washington, D.C. Air communicating. She is the magician. She is working on some things. Wow, do I love seeing that. The magician has been Flynn and Stone and Manafort and Nunes and Gates and, of course, North Korea, KJU. Divine Feminine work needs green. The Magician. What's your secret, Divine Feminine? Her secret is the United States. Yay. Oh, let's see, I had Three of Pentacles here. What's your hidden enemy, Divine Feminine? Action. Ace of Wands, action that is being taken. What do you mean? Action being taken how? Five of Cups, disappointing action is coming in quickly. With Donald trying to hang on. Oh, gross, Mr. Epps and abuse. So that's a secret enemy of USA. Ew. Just ew. Ugh. Yuck. Okay. Hopes, wishes, dreams, friendship. Pluto transformation, divine feminine. Bringing things to an end, I hope. Is this bringing things to an end globally, COVID? Everything. It's crowning Washington, D.C., divine feminine. Movement of things, momentum. She's working on the momentum of things to get things done. Lands far away, divine feminine. She's working on the Trump-Russia agreement. Shared resources, divine feminine. What are you working on? Ending this shared resources garbage. Politics, taboo. Partnerships, we the people. Working on the Hanged Man. Now that's usually Jared. She's working on the perspective of all on what happened. Look at all this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. 6. Major Arcana. What about our public servants? Black Moon Lilith. And aggression. What are you working on, divine feminine? The Lovers. Donald and Trump. Their agreement to make him president. 5th house of the Sun. Hope, the Star. This is usually Fotis. Is this Fotis? No, a new Biden. Yes. Theft against USA. Capricorn, what's going on here? The courts. Working on the courts, the communications, he says he will. Working on the Devil, income gains values. Oh, there we go. Investigating the 9 of Pentacles, the oligarchs, DeVos, Chow, Ivanka. On the Ascendant, we have the Ace of Swords, the Truth, and the Republican Party. Wow, she is good. Also, our families and home. That's the divine feminine. Pretty cool. Look at all these major arcana. What do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Kind of crazy. So, how are you guys doing? How are we doing? Okay. Okay. So, I am feeling... no. Somebody just said they want to say something. I haven't been able to show you guys this deck yet. It is very similar to the Pre-Raphaelite Tarot, you'll see a lot of similarities to, and I swear I just had John Lewis say I got something to say. Okay, Mr. Lewis. He feels more closer and accessible to me than before. Mystical Tarot, that's going to be, I have barely even hardly shuffled these cards. He's like, that's fine. Hand him over. He's all about getting to business. His chart, he had Leo on the midheaven. He's very comfortable in his element here. I don't know what to expect. It's about those wishes, he says. The focus, the work to carry on. This is what hoping that this is what we got to focus on, because there's just so much garbage out there that it's easy to get distracted. Gather yourselves, people. Gather up. Stand up tall, straight. Get your thoughts in order first. You just stop with everything else. Honor your thoughts first, your ideas first, and do not sway from those. You guys are like Jell-O when it comes to your thoughts and how easily you're fed stuff. Stop that. Stop that. Okay. What do you want to say? He's gone. This is usually the card when people have gone on. They've switched gears. They're doing something else. And he says you have to do things differently too. At the base of what we all have to do differently is be the Page of Swords. Use your brain, use your thoughts, use your ideas, and defend them. Let that be your center, your gravitational force, your ideals, who you are and what you're going to do. You don't have to fight anybody. You can be very peaceful about this, very serene about this, but know what you stand for at your core. It's crowning this. You're going to have to make some really decisive decisions. They might feel tough, but they really are not. Cut through the BS. It's time to cut through it all and lay down your own gauntlet. In the past, our government, our agencies have really gotten wrecked and messed up, but they're still here for you guys. They need your help. Pray for your agencies. Pray for them. Pray that they are defended, protected. That leadership, the good prevails. No matter who's in charge, what the acting, whatever is, they are not so powerful. These transits make this whole administration seem more powerful than they are. They're not. They're dumb. They're not smart. And this will lead to do these things. This will lead to a future with justice, the Knight of Swords. It will lead to a future with justice and intelligent thinking. And the more of you there are, the more powerful you are together. The challenge with switching gears shared celebration, victory, being able to celebrate that, being on the same page. We got to figure out this stuff first before we can get on the same page. The challenge is that we're going to be called to be divided by propaganda. Citizens are not. USA is good. But we're just so overwhelmed with what's coming at our thoughts 24/7 that you have to get control on the filter and protecting your thoughts. He's like, wish for protection of your thoughts and ideas, that your mind is sound, your ideas are secure with you. have them cosmically protected. I just feel like there's like glass panels. Like you kind of want to have these panels to protect your aura because there's so much darkness coming at all of us with how we think and feel through especially social media. That needs to be protected because we can't celebrate this until we figure out who we are and how we think. This change in plan, perspective, is covered in action. What action are you going to take, and are you going to make it good action, good trouble? This deck with the wands has like this lizard that appears everywhere. How do we see you? John Lewis? With USA, he can't speak anymore. That part is done. He's done. It's like all this, it's all wrapped up. You have everything that you guys need. He's not playing that mind game anymore. He's not playing that mind game anymore. The environment is one of 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords winning unfairly. We have to decide we're going to win unfairly by the ideals we choose. We have to go all in. Take it back. Be willing to fight to get it back. It's going to be actually pretty easy when everyone gets on the same page. We'll hit that tipping point. But you have to be willing to go through the gauntlet and do this. It is much scarier than you think because so many are wrapped up like this. Be mindful of your thoughts, your ideas. The hope. To get rid of the heartache and the treason, the betrayal. The hope that it's exposed, that we use the heartache for our own productive good, and we get on top of this. The fear is people will just want to get to calmer waters and not be willing to do the work. That they will be swept in a current that they don't realize they're swept up in. The new perspective. The next steps, we have the King of Cups. There's a lot of support for America. There are enemies. Be of support to one another. Be the king of your domain and your emotions. Even with those that you disagree with, they are still citizens, and it's always going to be citizens in USA first. Cannot gloat in misery or I told you so. Love anyway. Love anyway. Accept anyway. Be one of acceptance and mercy, but be a fighter. Final outcome. What do you want them to know? Donald is done. Are you done? Is democracy done? Who gets to bear the 10 swords in the back? Who is it going to be in your life? Choose wisely, choose your ideas, choose your thoughts. This is already done. Are you going to go down that route? Or are you going to fight for it? Hang on to democracy. You are more powerful than you know. You have ancestors, you have a heritage, you have a lineage that is well established and stable. To get that back, this is what you have to do. Not the King of Pentacles, not this candidate. This is not his. He wants it. It's yours first. Who are you going to choose? Who's going to win? Find your truth. Wow. Thank you. It's like, yeah, I gotta go. Bye. Bye. Okay. Thank you, sir. I think we have all that we need for this month, for this lunation, and to reflect on for the more wishes that you write. Okay? How are you guys doing? Oh, thank you. Hi, Linda. Thank you, Alternative Health Tarot. Thank you, Liz. Yes, T-Barb. Of course. We're all in this together. So, you guys have a great day. You bask in your ideals and who you are. I would, after doing this, you need to write wishes on your thoughts and ideas and values. Your communication, your reasoning, your words are protected, defended, safe, and impervious to aggression, impervious to brainwashing, to propaganda, okay? So, you guys have a great day, okay? Have a great day. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Jaybird. Yes, we are the people. We're in it together. Thank you, Larry Girl. Thank you, Blessings, Alternative Health. Oh, thank you, Anne, so much. Love and light, Kathy W. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you, Sharon. Thanks, Deb. Thank you, wonderful moderators. I love you guys so much. You just always keep showing up and delighting me and surprising me everywhere. I appreciate you more than you could possibly know. And of course, all of you fantastic, incredible viewers and subscribers. I'm so glad that we're here together. We got this. We've gotten this far. The Divine Feminine is on your side. May you all be blessed and protected by all that is in her. Thank you. Okay. See ya. I'm going to end this now. Okay. Bye.